What's going on, YouTube family? Nice to see you guys again. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be heading over to the field and we're going to get some individual training done for dribbling and finishing. It should be a great session. So enough talking, let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Alright guys, so just like any other time we're going to get into any physical activity, it is required for us to warm up for a minimum of 10 minutes. Here I'm just doing some dynamic stretches to get my legs warmed up, to get my muscles stretched out, and to get my heart racing just a little bit. It's very important for us to warm up because it reduces the possibility of getting an injury. Think about it as when you're going to drive a car, you let it warm up for a couple of minutes. Because if you start driving it right away, you can damage the engine, and you definitely don't want that. So make sure you're warming up before any training session, before any match, and you're also going to see an improvement in your performance and in your endurance as well. So here we're going to get into our first dribbling exercise. We have some cones laid out. We have a gate to begin with 2 cones and then a line of 8 cones separated 1 step from each other. And the objective is going to be to take as many touches as you can around those cones using your dominant foot first. When we get to the end gate, we're going to go around the cones in a figure 8 opposite ways. And then on our way back, we're going to use our other foot and do the same thing. Take as many touches as we need to get around those cones and then finish. So once again, starting off, small touches around those cones using your dominant foot. And if you need to start off slow, that's definitely fine. This is not a race. We are focused more on quality touches than on speed. As you get more comfortable doing these, you of course get faster at it, and then you would want to increase the speed. But don't be discouraged if you start off slow or if you are having a hard time. These are pretty challenging if you are not used to doing them, so just keep practicing and you're gonna be good at them in no time. So do this exercise for 3 sets, so that's gonna be a total of 3 times using each foot, and that should get you a nice warm-up and get you ready for the next exercises. Alright, so moving on to our next dribbling exercise, we're going to keep the same layout here. All we did was remove 2 cones from the middle and increase the distance in between those cones. So now they're 1.5 foot apart. And the objective is going to be to dribble with speed at the cones and weave in and out of those cones as fast as we can. Now this one was a little bit challenging for me. But like I said before, we're focused more on quality than on speed. So just practice going in and out of those cones, and as you get more used to doing it, you'll be able to increase the speed on it. So don't worry, don't be discouraged if you can't go super fast. And these exercises, as you can see here, I'm struggling a little bit with it too, but I'm really trying to just focus on doing it right and just practicing it over and over again, and with time I'll be able to do it faster for sure. So for our next dribbling exercise, we're going to incorporate some finishing. You could think about it as a finishing warm-up as well. So we have 6 cones laid out vertically and 6 horizontally. We're going to start going in out of these cones using 2 touches. And when we get to the horizontal cones, we're going to use this pattern that you guys see here to weave out of these cones. And when you exit, you're just going to hit the target. So essentially in that pattern you see there is just a croqueta. We're going to roll the ball to the left using our left foot, and then roll the ball back with our right foot into another croqueta, and until you exit the cones and then hit the target. And once again, we're focused more on quality on the touches than on speed. So take your time learning the pattern and go as slow as you need to. Just make sure you're taking quality touches around these cones. And as you get more comfortable, you can definitely increase the speed on it. But this is a great drill to focus on that dribbling and also to incorporate some finishing on it. So moving on, we're getting into our finishing portion of our training session. So I have a rebounder set here. If you don't have one, you can use a bench or anything that can bounce the ball back. And what we're just gonna do is bounce the ball off of that rebounder and then get on it first time and try to finish into the corner. And we want to aim for the corners ideally. That's where the keeper is going to have less possibility of stopping the ball. Of course, nobody's perfect, so if you have some missed hits or anything like that, just continue to work on it. And again, with practice and practice and practice, we'll get better at finishing in the corners. So moving on to our next finishing exercise, we have our rebounder again, and we're going to essentially do the same thing as last time. We're going to bounce the ball off of the rebounder, but this time we're going to take a touch out of our feet and then shoot and finish into the net. We ideally want to be aiming for the corners, but as long as your shot has some nice power and some nice speed behind it, it counts as a good shot in my book. Just hit the ball with intent and just score a goal. That's the most important thing. So for our last exercise, we're going to incorporate both dribbling and finishing. I have 3 cones here on the edge of the box, and we're just going to dribble in and out of these cones as fast as we can. And when we get out, we're going to finish with a goal, ideally trying to aim for the corners. With this one, you want to try and make it game realistic, so try to dribble as fast as you can out of these cones like if they were defenders. And when you shoot, aim for the corners and try to score a banger of a goal like if you would in a real game. This is the skill here that I'm trying to add to my repertoire. I'm going to put it in slow motion for you guys so you guys can see how it's done. Alright guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys found some of the drills on the video helpful. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button and also subscribe to the channel. It would help it out a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.